Hey guys, Ambush Bunny from Ambush Bunny Survival, and today I'm going to be doing a little bit of video about part of a gardening, but also including that, since these guys are one part bought and purchased to help with the garden with the pollination, one part because I want to do it, and the other 1/3 of the part because, well, it's great for the environment. 1 week post, my little hive is still kicking on. I have not opened it yet because I want to give them plenty of time to settle in. I found that I had set up their cinder blocks wrong, and in the middle of a tornado warning, guess who was an idiot and was out here in the wind and the rain trying to lower the hive down onto turned cinder blocks by myself. Yep, that's me, the dum-dum. But they got moved. I ended up pulling the hive over onto 2 upright blocks, flipped the other 2 on their side, and then slowly lowered the hive down from the back, holding into the middle, and lowered it down, then put the other 2 on upright on either side. No, they were not coming out because their entrance reducer there was turned on its side, so there was no opening, so they were stuck inside the hive while I proceeded to do that. I left it there for about an hour, but they need ventilation, so it didn't stay that way. I quickly came out with a stick, flicked it off, and ran back in. We are still getting to know each other, so I haven't messed with them. I don't want to bother them. I'll open their hive up probably next weekend to get a look inside, see if they're ready for their next brood box to go on top. But my bees are spoiled. They've got lights behind them, mostly so that I can see what's going on in the hive. I'm zoomed in. I'm actually a fairly decent way away because they still don't know me really well. I've only been stung twice, but twice is enough for now. Got a little water source back here for them so they can access it. I don't know if you can see hanging on that tree right there. That's a pollen feeder I fixed up. I've got another one on another tree. Yes, they can get pollen from plants. I don't see any here around the yard per se, but they can go 3 miles to pollinate and forage. But I still want to give them the option just in case they can't find it. So now, one moment, and we're going to go check out what we've been working on. I'm just going to walk that way. You guys can walk alongside me, pausing the full video. I'm currently carrying my phone because I broke my tripod. Gotta get a new one. So everything's done by hand. So I apologize in advance for any jumpy, bumpy video. So here are the cross ties. We bought 4 of them. You can purchase these. Sutherland's, I think Lowe's carries them. I think Tractor Supply carries them. I think these were somewhere between $16 to $18 a cross tie. They've come from railroads. They're being recycled. I'm all about going green. What's laid on top of it is black felt from landscaping, and that's going to help keep grass and weeds from coming up from underneath. So I don't have to use as much poison, because I definitely don't want to use that kind of stuff around my bees. And I'm huffing and puffing because I've been moving a whole bunch of bags. I've only got that much done. See all those blue and yellow ones? I still got to do those. It's getting dark. Sun's steadily going down. You can see we've still got a tree we're working on getting rid of from when Hurricane Laura came through. It tore up a lot of the yard. We are just thankful that none of the trees landed on our house. But still, that's a lot of extra work that we really didn't want to do. But for in here, I've got herbs that's going to be planted. I'm going to be planting a sweet banana pepper plant in here. There's going to be a zucchini plant put in here. I'm probably going to do some carrots. I'm going to look for some other things that plant inside this garden here. The one I just walked through was where the bees are. We're going to do a little planting over there, and then we got a much larger one over by my fruit trees. It's going to get tilled up, and we're going to plant in it too. Some of the things that we've been working on, if you guys remember from one of my previous videos, all those cupped plants, they got a little bit of a beating during the winter, or not the winter, but the hurricane weather. So some of their little leaves got ripped up, but they are still going. You can see they've got their main leaves coming out from these starter leaves. So that's the cantaloupes, the orange meat watermelons, red meat watermelons, birdhouse gourds, and white squash. They look like little round flying saucers. These I'm going to find a place where I can run them either over trellis or find some low bushes to plant them next to. And as they grow, I'm just going to toss the vines up into the bushes so that way the gourds hang down and they get a nice shape to them. I still have my apple plant here that's doing great. We're getting more leaves. But we germinated some inside a bag, if everyone remembers that. And out of those ones I germinated, I got 4 to take. So they're still growing right now. They're doing pretty good. Makes me happy. What I'm working on now, I took these out to dry a little bit because they got a little too wet. I'm going to redampen this. These are seeds from a red bell pepper that I used for cooking the other night. And they went, well, I say the other night could have been a while back. It was actually a couple weeks ago. I've got some, it's got little sprouts on the end of them. There's one. It's hard to get them to zoom in. It's so small. But I'm going to put these back with some more water and let them germinate a little longer. There's one. And I'll be planting those next. See if I can get these to grow. We're going to still continue working on. We're the off season right now for hunting. By off season, I mean we ourselves are not hunting. It's currently turkey season. We don't turkey hunt. So during this time, I'm still going to be going once a week to go pull the camera cards, to check the cameras to see what we got going on down there, what's coming around. And we have our feeders still on, but they're turned down to only feed once a day in the evenings to kind of still keep the deer and the pigs around the area. And they don't have to forage as hard. We still leave them on even during the winter time. That gives them a little extra sustenance so they don't have to fight quite as hard to find food. Be sure to like and subscribe and follow me for any further videos. We'll be continue working on the beehive. My mayhaw tree, it is making, and it is doing very, very well. One moment. Over here, there's the tractor and everything, but we just got where we can break up the earth and dig everything. We just took the bush hog off of it. This is our other garden. So there's the one that's got the beehive and everything in it. And here is going to be another garden. I'm probably going to do the watermelons and the cantaloupes over here. Let's actually walk by these guys. So this little guy here, that's a pear tree. Raspberry. Raspberry. See? Raspberries. Raspberry. Raspberry. And then these guys here, this one and the rest of these here, are black thornless blackberries. So, no thorns on the plants. Safe to grab. They make berries about the size of your thumb. They're really nice. So we got a few of those. Looks like I got another one that's blooming out, going to give me some berries. This is a plum tree, an Excelsior plum. Blueberry. Blueberry. Frost didn't get these, thankfully, during the snow. This is a plum. This one is, this one and that one right there. These are wild peaches. They make really small peaches. When you cut them open, the inside of them is really, really bright red. So their other name is Indian peach because they're red-fleshed. This is mayhaws. So this is a male mayhaw. Every once in a while it'll bloom, and sometimes it'll get berries, but most often it's what they refer to as a male one. It doesn't berry as often. We've got some up there. You see the little yellow and red berries up there. When they get nice and ripe, they fall down, and I walk through here. I've got some more. I just picked these this morning, and there's already more berries on the ground, little red berries. These plants are mean, by the way. This one I call the jerk because they have thorns, and they hurt when you brush up against them. But they make amazing, amazing wine. You can make amazing jelly with them. That's going in my bucket. And I have to come back here in the morning to pick more berries, it looks like, because they're already falling again. But I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, I think 5 of these, 5 or 6. Other mayhaws. We have another thornless blackberry. This is one of the a grown one we have. It's getting ready to fruit. And this big guy is my favorite. That is a wild plum, also known as a sloe. They used to grow wild around here in the area that I live. They're a mix, what I understand, of a mayhaw and a plum. So, plum tree. And one of those got together and they made one of these. Nice sized berries that they make. I think it's got some starting, but they're not going to be ready till probably next month. Let's see. Where's some of them at? Saw some earlier today. Down low. No, they're all going to be up high above my head. Right. Little green berry. They get to be a nice sized little berry. Can't eat them off the tree because there's something about them that they are bitter if you eat them right off the tree. You have to let them fall to the ground and stay on the ground for 24 hours. And then they're sweet, really, really sweet. They make great jelly too. I've got a guy that's interested in trying to make wine with them. I'll let you know how that turns out. I personally am not going to be doing it. He wants to try it though. More power to him. I ain't going to stop him. But this tree is several years old. It's been around for a while. And one of its fruits fell. And this one here beside it, these leaves here, that's another tree. It's one of my favorite places beneath these guys. So that's actually the child. There's the parent. Nice area down here. I like to come down here and sit and read or talk on the phone. And now you guys get to join me as I make a video. So be sure to like and subscribe. And as I start getting more of these guys, I'm going to make some jelly. And I'll show you how to do it. Thanks guys for watching. Ambush Bunny Survival. Be sure to like and subscribe. Follow me for future content. Thanks and later.